So, tonight we will attempt to create a Vagrant box, a custom Vagrant box, custom Ubuntu-based Vagrant box. Because last time we lost most of the time rebuilding the environment from scratch every time. And that fed me a bit up. So we will attempt to solve this problem. So, according to the documentation and my rusty memories, very rusty memories indeed, Vagrant itself can do a box without the help of Packer. And that's exactly what we need, because the box we want to create is not intended to be used in a production environment, but only in a development environment. Actually, in our case, it will be the provisioning virtual machine that we will only use there for this project, and to incorporate Ansible and CNSpec to deploy and test the project on small batches in order to test correctly the Kubernetes Ansible collection we are currently creating. So, to do that, I will create a custom what should I do? I think I will create a custom flag, a custom task in VS Codium, specifically for that I will call, let's see. Yeah, okay. So I will remove these options because we don't need them in that particular case. I will call it scope and dev env box. Yeah. And then we will use the local vagrant up.sh, but we will change these flags with the corresponding flags we want. In our case, we want to call a custom Vagrant file that will sit here. That will be at the beginning only a call to these generic Ubuntu 2004 virtual machine. So, wait. So let's close all these directories to have a presentable environment. Those, okay. Okay. And let's change these flags here. So. So we want first our base Vagrant file. Because I always forget syntaxes, I have to go back to some examples because I'm lazy. But first I want to be able to see what are the commands to build a box with, in our case, Liviat. Is there a dark mode of DuckDuckGo? References, yeah, perfect. So, to create a custom box. Hi, Idris. Soft Max Deep. How are you? Welcome to this channel. So if you want to see attempts in creating stuff in a DevOps way, you are in the correct place. You're fine. Perfect. So we will use Vagrant package, but I want to fetch the correct Vagrant file. And if you want to be MLOps, machine learning ops, not yet, maybe in some years, but currently no. I will stick to DevOps for a bit. There are demands. There are people who it is the best now. Yeah. I know. And where I live, I have some demands for that. But no, I will stick to DevOps for the time being. So, I will do basically. Good job. Thank you. I try to have a good job. So we will use our Ubuntu base box. Here. We will avoid inserting a new key, because that way it keeps the default key. That's what we want. I will respect the indent. The indent is a bit broken there. The indent is a bit broken there. That's this one, yeah. So basically, with this Vagrant file, I will call a shell provisioner in it to provision what I need. And with the task here, instead of up no parallel, I will do package to package that. But I want to be sure to fetch the correct Vagrant file, and I want to put the resulting image in the correct directory. So that's why we go back to the doc. Vagrant package, so Vagrant file. In different directory. And you, Idris, what do you do in life? You are students in DevOps, in IT in general? Yes. Okay. And where in the world? I think, if I remember correctly in my rusty memory, normally the flag file should be able to handle the remote file. But I'm not sure anymore. file in Vagrant file location. Yeah. Boom. No. I want to override that. Okay, it's by the Vagrant CWD, but I want something settable by a flag. And I don't know if it's possible. If it's not possible, so we can do... How can we do that? How can we do that? And then I will have to alter this flag. I need to change the working directory here to pwd dev. But my secondary screen just shut down, but it went back up. But if I do that, it will be harder to access the artifact directory afterward. So, no, thank you. Huh. I know. I can add these Vagrant CWD variable. Sorry, your English is not okay. Okay, what's your native language? French? Arabic? I assume by the name, you know. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, français donc. Quatrième année d'informatique dans une école d'ingénieur, option IA. Quelle école? Yes, it's French. Quelle école d'ingénieur? Esprit de Tunis. Ah, je la connais pas celle-là. So, let's switch back to English because I try to do the stream in English. Sorry. I think... Je pense que je vais essayer de faire des streams en français une fois de temps en temps, mais c'est en fonction de mon emploi du temps. Là, j'essaye de faire une collection de streams en anglais un peu. Donc, je suis désolé. So, yeah. The idea is that we use this Vagrant CWD variable parameter and that we tweak it a bit for our use case. So, what we will do is that if Vagrant CWD is not set, then we'll stick to PWD. Ah, yeah, but that's another variable. With Bash, it's not easy to do that. If Vagrant CWD is empty, what is the behavior of Vagrant itself? Maybe we can do it that way. So the idea is that we use the options there. Zoom in. Yes, I can zoom in. I always forgot how to do that. How do you zoom? Which combination do you use to zoom? Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, no. On Linux Mint. I'm not on Windows. I'm a pure. Ah, yes, that's. I found it. Now zoom out. Zoom out. Pum pum pum. I will say this one. Pum pum pum. Shit. Yeah. Control minus, but on my keyboard. If you look at my keyboard, you will understand the problem. It's a complex keyboard, and pum pum pum. So let's go. It's okay for you now. Yeah, but for me not. Because it's too zoomed. But let me just check something. Yeah, that's working. So why the combination doesn't work? Ah, it works. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Is it better for you? Combination between two keyboards. Yes, okay. So, basically what we do is that here... Oh, shit. Here... we will use just this one and see if it works. Okay. Let's try. Let's try. So let's run the flag. Pum, 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 the new one, and let's see what it does. So, yeah, it finds the correct file. But what does it do with it? Nothing interesting. Why does it say that? Domain is not created. Please run. Yes, of course. My bad. Yes, of course. Before packaging it, we have to create it. So up and Vagrant package. Yes. Up. Let's go. So now it will create the virtual machine. And once, but was requested to back the machine. Please use the provider that exists. What? 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 So let's examine what we have. Okay. So we will kill the cube provisioner. And remove it. Okay. Now we will kill this one as well, which is an old artifact from the last stream. Actually, we don't need to kill it, we just need to remove it. No. Yep. Okay, that's clean. And in our Virt Manager, what do we have? We have a virtual machine. So basically somewhere it finds it. So what we will do is first check if we can simply up the machine. And then if we can do that, we will see if we can package it. Hop là. Okay, we can boot the machine. The packaging itself doesn't work, but we can boot the machine. So, does this flag works? Yeah, okay. So if I do that, that doesn't work. Huh. So let's go back here. According to the documentation, normally it should work. But you know, documentation. So let's try again, just to see what the error exactly is. So it boots. It boots. Then, once booted, the provider libvirt could not be found, but was requested to back the machine test VM. Vagrant knows about the following providers. Let's copy paste that. The error is in Vagrant file. I think not, because it boots. The machine boots. The machine is booted and ready. But when we try to package it, it fails. So... I know what the problem is. The end here is replicated here, but actually when you call the docker exec and you put an and, what is executed after the end is not executed inside the container, but is executed on the host. So the problem is there. So we'll destroy the environment first, and we found a way to execute everything inside the container. We could leverage this one. Execute provisioner. Yes. I think we will do that. We have this one specifically for this case. So, what we will do is simple. We will do... Yeah, but I don't want to alter the container itself, because it's the official one maintained by Vagrant libvirt community, and I want to stick to this one to leave to them the charge of debugging it. So, I will use this one, and normally it should work then. We'll see. We'll see. Machine booted, and so it doesn't work, but it works in a way that libvirt is actually found. So, could not open backing file. Okay, could not open backing file, var lib liviert image, no such file or directory. Okay. Why? Ah, because it's not mounted. Why? But do we need to mount it? Ah, what's the idea of the project? So, globally, the project is a Kubernetes cluster, highly secure, developed in Ansible, and tested with CNSpec and other tools. In order to do that, I want to deploy the test environment in Vagrant, because the other way would be to deploy it in containers, but containers are very bad modelization when you want to try something that is not containerized itself, and Kubernetes is not containerized itself. Kubernetes runs containers, but itself it's not containerized. So for that, we need proper virtual machines or hardware. And Vagrant is the correct modelization to do that in dev. So that's why I want to use this Vagrant environment. On the last stream, I spent most of my time rebuilding the provisioner image. Actually, redeploying the provisioner environment. And I want to change that. Instead of redeploying every time, I want to have a specific Vagrant box that I'm building there that contains all the dev tools I want to use for the rest of the project. Once that's done, normally it should be quicker, because normally instead of redeploying the dev environment each time, I should just start this VM. And once this VM is started, Ansible can do its job and provision the cluster, and CNSpec can do its job afterwards by testing the cluster. That's the idea. So to go back on the problem here, it's cool, I know. That's why I'm doing it. So to go back on the problem here, you want to try? So there could be multiple issues. Maybe it's a mount point problem, and I should mount the var lib liviert images directory inside the container and share it with the host. Actually, that's not a bad idea, because that way we can share the images between containers, the liviert images between containers. But I think as we reuse the same container, the image should be there. But anyway, we will crash the environment first. Okay. Then we will try to mount this volume. And see if everything boots up correctly. the machine boots, and the packaging is processing. I don't know if it will succeed, fail, I have no idea. But currently it doesn't fail, so that's not bad. But it takes its time, so does it work or does it do shit? What does it do? Or is it simply stuck? Let's wait a bit. Ah, something's happening. So, what's happening? No such file or directory. What? Emptiness. Emptiness, no such file or directory. That doesn't help much. Let me think. So, the VM is there. Do we have something in the connection? Storage. So, we have something there. Maybe the container Vagrant libvirt does not contain this specific package. Yeah. Hello, MC4. How are you? Ça va? I'm currently in the process of trying to package a Vagrant box with Levit as the provider. So action package domain line 153. Action package domain 153. I really have the feeling that this package is not installed. No such file directory, virt sysprep. Yeah, this package is not installed. So can we install on the fly on the VM, on the container, sorry, the missing package? Vagrant Livirt, Docker file, Ubuntu. Boom. So Ubuntu package for the correct name is YML beta in English. No. No, but I try to. I mean, I try to have some streams in English. We'll see how it goes. In which tool is it? libguest fs tool. Yes, so it's in this package. So basically, when we start the provisioner, then we will do it on the fly. It's dirty, but at the end of the day, I think I will have to create also a custom container. That's my life. That's the life I chose. I suppose I have to update first. Yeah, I think I have to update. Well, let's see. Let's see. Iterative. It's always like that. I mean, I find a bug, I find a new way to do it. When I want to do it, I find another bug, a new way to do it. And when I want to do it, another bug, and so on and so on. That's the life I chose. No such file or directory. Yes, that's due to the fact that the binary is actually missing. It's not installed in the container. So, yeah. Do we sudo? Don't we sudo? Is it root based? We'll see. It becomes dirty a bit. Yeah. Happy thing and of course, because of the end, I will do a second line. Cube provisioner, badly written. Yeah, let's try that. What was the music band that performed the YML Sounds Better With You? Stardust? I don't answer to this kind of questions. But the music that you hear, you can see here the reference. It's Al Musique 34 because it comes from the Hérault department in France. And it's a Creative Commons music. So you can reuse it the way you want. You just have to link or reference the author somewhere. So when you have a video, you have to reference it like that. So MC4, long time no read, because I never saw you, but long time no read. What do you do now? Still project owner? So yeah, basically that's this thing there. You are lucky I'm from Picardy. The Fatal Picard is not a name you are proud of. Why? It's a good band. So we installed libguestfs tools. Then we will see if the image is created correctly. And if it works, then we will have to create a custom Docker file to create the custom Docker image of Vagrant libvirt containing libguestfs tools. Yes, all that. But once that's done, then we need just one iteration to create the Docker image, the container image, and the Vagrant box. And then afterwards, we don't have to do it again, except for updates. Yes, still product owner, still doing it both for our company and for one of our important customers. Ah. Is it still so good? So, Does it fail? I don't understand. There is an error there, but still it's compressing a package there. So, is it working? Is it not working? The fool contractor I've told you about a few months ago was fired. So it's really better now. Okay, good. I mean, yeah, good for you. Not for him, but good for you. Takes a long time. But that's weird because there is an error here, but still the process continues. So I don't know. Is it failing? Is it partially succeeding? As long as I can use it, I don't care if there's an error here because it's only a dev environment. Oh, fool! You chucked Idris, MC4. I will drink some water. I'm coming back. Wow. Still compressing package. Whatever it means. Here. Oh, it's here. Okay. Maybe I should rename it, or I don't know, put it in artifacts. Yeah, output artifact slash provisioner.box. Okay. Yeah, it takes this time, this script. But maybe it's stuck. Maybe it's completely stuck. I don't know. The package is there. I will just check if something is happening. I do that on another screen because I don't want you to see all the internals, you know. Some secret. Yeah, it's still doing something. because the package is growing. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. $40 GB. There are just two of us, so don't worry about the secrets. Yeah, but I published the videos on YouTube afterwards, so. So, typical big software company, meeting with 8 or 10 people for every subject, even for just changing a span in an HTML page. No developers, but just manager. Every dev job's outsourced to different people each time. Ah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. A bliss. Wonderful. So, let's delete this. Okay. And let's delete our environment. Okay, and let's recreate everything to see if the new name works, because I want to put it into this directory with the other artifacts. So this step you see here, that's because of that we will have to also create a Docker file. So let's check if we see here in the artifacts directory the image happening. And obviously, I am the PO of an ASB. It was a software product a problem, not the fact that most development for a 100 plus million euros e-commerce website was done by either people in first year of internship or people who never have worked on high performance software. Of course. Of course. Yeah, see here, provisioner box. So now let's wait for it to be completely created. And then we will alter the Vagrant file to provision it correctly with everything we can have here, our tools and such. So basically that's all this segment here. And once that's done, instead of calling the generic Ubuntu VM box here, we will call this box. Actually, I think I will do a local Vagrant dev.sh script. Inside, I will put actually, I will just put a call to if it's called from the root of the project, then dev local Vagrant up .sh with the correct flag calling there. Wait. I should do that instead. Up. Then source package output artifacts provisioner box. But in between this one. Okay, so that way we don't need to recreate a specific Docker image because we will only use it in this file that will run once in a while just to update the dev box. And with that, then here we only need to call local Vagrant dev. Yeah, perfect. So we wait for the completion of these. Then we will add the. Actually, I can do it right away. Pump shell. Is it? It's inside. Yes, yes, it's inside. Okay. So test VM box. Okay. Hop là. Yeah. Okay. And the inline script is actually here. It's a bit complicated, but I've seen so-called programmers, so-called engineers with 10 years of higher education worse than useless. So for my part, you can be in your first year and do wonders. Use multiple select. You are talking to me for the multiple select? Up there. Up. We don't care about that anymore. So basically, there we provision our machine. I need the mount point for the custom root certificate. Yeah. Yeah. And we need to go in the parent directory. Okay. Perfect. So the image is there. 1 gigabyte. It's heavy, but I thought it would be heavier. So now we try to provision this image with the packages we need. So Ansible, NCNspec as a starter. Let's see how it goes. Machine booted and ready. Machine booted already. Ah, yes, I didn't clean the environment properly. So first clean the environment. And then start again. Yeah, I agree, but not in that team. And obviously, when you are starting development, making efficient code that run well, and the middle to heavy usage too, not something you are familiar with. And if you have no senior dev to help you out, you are probably not in that kind of companies. You are probably in a startup. So the provisioning works. It seems to work. Okay, so once that's installed, it is good, yes. So once that's installed, the next step will be to try to start our provisioning environment with this box. Basically, it means that here we will get rid of that. We don't need it anymore because it's already provisioned. We will get a read of all that part here that is related to the provisioning. And then we will get rid of that. So, just the syntax, Vagrant, use local box. Do we call just the path? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's just a path. Use localbox in Vagrant file. Nothing else fancy. I think you just have to call the path, but I want to be sure. Just give the name of localbox, I think. Yes, I think as well, but just to be sure, I want to have to check that. We'll test. We'll test that. So basically that means that we need, here we need to replace that by artifacts / provisioner dot box. And we'll put that in front, just to be sure. I'm always in a wave when you manage to make those things work while animating a stream. I've made a few DevOps thingies myself, but every time I was interrupted, I had to start all over again. Yes! I mean, I write absolutely everything. So that way, if I am interrupted, I can go back to some writing, some notes, something. So that way, I'm not lost in what I do. And basically, the stream content is done itself. The project itself is so, to create this Kubernetes Ansible collection securely and with many plugins and so. And every stream, I find a new challenge, I face a new thing, and that makes the content for the next stream. So from now on, I already know if it works. I already know what will be the next stream. The next stream will be, if it works, the next stream will be to actually test the rule we created on not the previous stream, but the one before, the rule we created for provisioning a WireGuard mesh. Because we will create a Vagrant mesh to link our Kubernetes machines together, Kubernetes nodes together. And I want to test that with CNSpec. So MCFR, if you, as you follow the stream for years now, you may remember that 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I used a test library called InSpec that created shiny tests, green, red, with a lot of colors. CNSpec is the next new thing that will normally replace slowly InSpec in terms of infrastructure testing. So I want to test this too. But you know, I animate, but sometimes I can't say a word for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and we just enjoy the music. That's a good animation, right? So the box is there. It's slowly building, but compressing nearly 2 gigabytes of data, I mean, it takes a bit of time for sure. Yeah, the Cucumber-like tool, I remember that. Exactly. And one of my ambition by then was to link it with Cucumber. But, I mean, time changes, and this tool, InSpec, is slowly deprecating. Actually, the co-founder of InSpec back then created this new project, CNSpec. And I still follow what they do, and the project is very interesting. So I will stick to this new project. And this new project is not coded in Ruby. It's coded in Go, in Golang. The same way Vagrant 3.0, if I remember correctly, Vagrant 3.0 will be also coded in Golang. So slowly, Ruby will disappear from my toolbox. There is still some penetration testing tools like Metasploit that are still coded in Ruby. But for the rest, slowly, Ruby is disappearing. But Ruby is disappearing slowly. Ruby, haven't heard of that for a couple of years. Yes. I mean, I used to do a lot of Ruby. I still do some, because the test tools, as I said, some of them are still in Ruby. But yes, everywhere, when I see a project doing a major version, generally it's to get rid of Ruby. So I think Ruby is not a very good shape and not a programming language we should look for in the future. Okay. The box is created. Now we will see if the up function works. Sorry, French. Works with this new box. If absolutely everything is broken. We'll see. Did I ever told you about one of our customers that had W language from he did not want to throw out. No, you never told me that. Good night. I'm resting a bit as I have group work to do. Okay. Good night, Idris. So we bring the 3 machines plus the provisioner, and what interests me is it working? Does the provisioner load? Let's see. So, provisioner. What box does it take? What? Why? Why does it take this one? No. What? Is it? I mean, checking if box generic Ubuntu 20.04 is up to date. But that's not the one I meant. And this seems stuck here. Huh. And it doesn't want to go further. Why? 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 Thinking folder. Oh. Unbound variable. So, what I want to test is if the Ansible is detected. cnspec, is it detected as well? So, just to check if it takes the correct box or if it still takes another one, an older one. Okay. Up. I got Ubuntu paths. Let's go. Unpacking necessary files from artifacts provisioner. Okay. Let's see if it works. So it unpacks, but now, successfully added box. The version detected. We don't care. Creating image. Oh, the sound latency is even worse. So I hear myself 2 seconds later. It's a bit disturbing. Oh, it starts. I should put a timer to see how long it takes to start correctly. But I mean, in the end, it will take less time to start. The async folder. I know why it takes so much time, because it has to async the provisioner that is nearly 2 gigabytes heavy. So is there a way to make async folder in your file? Synced folder. No, I think no. I gonna change that. I think. Okay, so that works. cnspec is there, Ansible is there, but it takes a lot of time because of this async. So, how can we improve that? Basically, I propose that instead of storing this provisioner.box in the artifacts directory here, so let's remove it from here. We move it just on the parent folder of the project. So now it's outside the async moon point. Okay. So now, how do we re-import it here? Just like that. Now, we will relaunch the Vagrant dev here. We'll see if the box is created in the correct directory. And then we will relaunch our dynamic test stuff to see how much time it takes to have up all the VM. Oh shit. I didn't clean it properly. Okay. So once that's done, then for next week, we will start by debugging a bit the bat script, which actually we will rename it because it's meaningless. This one. So that was a minute in Cherrywook, because in Twitch you can spend some virtual money, some virtual currency to make me do stuff. And MCFR spent 1,000, how did I call that? Coin, 1,000 coin to speak in Cherrywook. The Cherrywook is the language of the Wookiees in Star Wars. So you can join the stream and make me stupid stuff like that if you want. Sorry, not sorry. You can also subscribe to the channel. I would prefer that, actually. Thank you, MC4. No worries. And that's true that if you subscribe, you have custom emojis, custom stuff to put in the chat. DevOps done in Wookiee language is a must. It almost makes sense. Yes, that's my secret. So, it seems to work, actually. That's a good stream. Everything works. That's a good stream. So that means that the next one will be horrible. Everything will fail. A quiet ambience. I should start some ASMR stream. So you understand that what we do there, this current deployment there, we will do that once in a while because it actually creates the tools, the dev tools we use for the rest. And the idea is that the rest, because we have created this VM, this image, then the rest will be far more efficient, because normally we should have we will have just to boot up this VM, and normally we should have all our test tools right away. That's the idea. Oh, I know what I forgot. It's to start Dave. It's only quiet because you are the only one that on that stream that have a mic. I'm shooting on my Zigbee device for not joining my home automation network. You know that if you join Discord, there is actually a room where you can talk and it will appear on the stream. I forgot Dave. There, Dave. Dave is the bot that accompanies me. It's a rubber duck. Dave. Oh, with the green screen, it's special. There. Now, let's redeploy this stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. So that's the part we will repeat for every test we do. The new start there, the new run I did there. And the idea is to check how much time it takes. So basically there, it creates 3 virtual machines because we use the test, the WireGuard mesh setup test. So here it boots up 3 WireGuard machines and the provisioner. And that's the thing we want to test. Because we changed the provisioner, we use now the custom box. Ah, shit. Ah, shit, that doesn't work that way. You know, WireGuard Ubuntu. But you know the advantage of Vagrant being coded in Ruby? That's that we can use Ruby elements in it. So Ruby parent path. Get parents directory of current directory. Yeah. Let's use that. I like interpolation. So let's do an interpolation. There. Let's hope it works. Boom. That's something I will have to change once I will use Vagrant 3. Because I think at the beginning there will be... it will still be possible to use Ruby in your Vagrant file, but slowly the Ruby support will be deprecated. So I will have to find a way to do that in a Go templating manner. Could not open file. Yes, that's normal. Because we are inside the container. I know. I will use a TMP file. A silly TMP directory. Two bytes. Okay. So let's put it in TMP. Here, let's move it in TMP. Okay, and here let's mount the TMP directory. Here, yeah. What I will do is that I will move right away the already existing image in TMP just to check before the end of the stream if that works. Okay, it's in TMP. Okay. Then let's destroy that. I think it's already done, but better safe than sorry. Yeah. And then let's put it up again. Have a nice end of stream for today. I'm going to fetch a hammer to help my devices join the network. Yeah, it's a good solution. Have a nice end of not stream, but have a nice end of day. MC4. A nice evening with your devices. For me, it will be back to bed right after. Yeah, it works.